Good morning. Welcome to the update on Tuesday, the 19th of July. Well, it's going to be very short and brief because yesterday was one of the quietest days in the markets we've had for a considerable period of time. We had a bank holiday in Japan, and we've been looking for the Japanese yen to weaken to be one of the drivers in the markets. That didn't happen. We did see another all-time high close just on the S&P, but other than that, not a great deal to talk about. So I will be brief this morning. But let's start with the news. News overnight, we had the release of the monetary policy meeting minutes from the Bank of Australia. They were suggesting that they were waiting for further inflation and employment figures before being able to act again. The markets appear to have seen this as being that there will be a forthcoming rate reduction, potentially next month or the month after, and that's reflected in the Aussie chart, which we'll have a look at in a minute. 9:30 this morning, we've got the CPI on the pound, we've got economic sentiment from Germany, US building permits, and then the dairy product price index from New Zealand, which you always need to be keeping an eye on if you're trading that. It is a tentative announcement, but tends to come out early afternoon. Over in the Far East overnight, again very quiet. We've had a fall on the Shanghai Composite. We've seen this long bullish period of about 3 weeks through here. We've got a pullback here, which potentially will be a pullback to this triangle formation or trend line, but nothing very drastic to report there. The Nikkei, as I said, it was bank holiday yesterday. The session overnight in Japan has been quiet, but we are at this key level here where we've got an intersection of the level and the top of the channel there. We will be looking for price to close above, pull back, and take this market long because our bias is long for the reasons that I discussed yesterday. Similarly, on the US dollar yen exchange rate, we are very much approaching this key level here, which is the confluence again of this horizontal and the trend line here. Again, we are looking for this to break before taking this market longer, and we have considerable medium-term targets on this currency. Here's the Aussie, and as you can see, that's the biggest movement we've seen all week so far. That came off the back of the release of the monetary policy meeting minutes, which give the impression that they will be waiting for further data before they reduce interest rates again. That seems to be how it's being read here. We've got a trend line in the level here. We're looking for a break below this to take this market shorter. The only other move we had, to be fair, it was yesterday, was on the New Zealand dollar, and that's similarly falling away. We were hoping to get an opportunity to get back into this market at this point. That hasn't happened. We'll now be looking for today's bar to close below and then take this market further to the downside from this level here. Okay guys, that really is it today. Very short, very brief, but there's no point going over again what we looked at yesterday, and nothing new to add. So thank you for listening, and we'll look forward to speaking to you in the morning, and hope that we've got more to talk about. Okay guys, thanks a lot. Bye bye.